The Big Apple, the city that never sleeps, Gotham, or whatever you want to call it. That's where I live, and this is a place that I love dearly, and I wouldn't trade it in for the world. So I decided, why not paint a skyline of New York City and a sunset kind of setting with some cool clouds. I just wanted that sun to be intense, and don't worry, I have a shirt on, I promise. Here we go. So just starting off with a clean face. In the beginning, I'm going to show you guys a very non-fast forwarded part on how to start making or building or drawing your buildings, and everything else is going to be fast forwarded because this took me a long time to do. So I just want to make sure you guys are able to grasp the foundation of just starting, and after that it'll be easy to learn how to create the buildings. So you want to start off with little arrows, but you want to make sure as you go the arrows get longer than the first one you create or the one that's above it, and you'll see why in a second. So you want to draw the line down, which is going to be at the top of the pyramid or your building. So you just want to draw it down, and that's what's going to create the top of the building and skyscraper looking kind of thing. Like I said, if you do attempt to do something like this, your arrows, if you start from all the way at the top, it should be longer as they go. And now I'm just drawing the tallest building in the center. I wanted to do that in the center because if I did it in any other part of my chest, it wouldn't be the tallest one. So I just did it in the center of my face so you guys can get to see how that was done. And now I'm just gonna go fast forward through everything else, and whenever I feel like I need to interject, I'll let you know. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. And you can make your buildings as short or as tall as you want to. It's just all about preference. I just wanted to make them, you know, not symmetrical and identical to each other. So you can make your building really tall and have only like one tier, or you can make them have 10 tiers if you want to. It's just really all about preference. And now I'm just going to shade one side of all the buildings because it's going to start giving it a little dimension. And I'm just going to shade one side, the top and the bottom of the buildings, and then the other side we're going to leave because we want to be able to create windows so it can bring the look to life. But you want to shade to give it some texture and so it just doesn't look so dull. So here I start going in and making the windows of the building, and I start with the one in the middle so you guys can see. I'm not going to show every single building because this video would be extremely too long. But just what I'm doing here in the middle of this building or on the side of this building is what I'm doing on the other side of every other building. And so now I'm creating what would be the illumination of the sun, and I made it very harsh on purpose so the yellow that you'll see that's, you know, quote unquote representing the sun, is supposed to just illuminate through the buildings. That's why I did that so harsh, so it wouldn't be very dull. If you Google any type of sunset in the skyscraper or sunset in New York City, you see a lot of very, 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 very different pictures, and they're all so beautiful. So I took inspiration from some pictures, but I didn't go specifically according to the picture. I just found a picture that had a illuminating sunset behind the skyscrapers. So that's just kind of what I went with, and I did it in my own way. I didn't really, like I said, go according to the picture. I just took inspiration from it. And now I'm going into an orange. After this orange dries, it's gonna be very dull like, but that's what I want. I wanted the mixture and the edges of the yellow and the orange to be able to mix together, because like I said, if you look at a sunset, even the sunrise, you see that when the sun is illuminating, there are no cutoff points, so everything is just meshed together into a gradiency. I don't even know if that's a word. I'm sure it is. Into a gradient color scheme. So it would be the really, really bright yellow of the sun, and then it illuminates to a orange, and then reddish, and then brownish, because it's a sunset. So that's basically what I'm trying to achieve here. And I wanted it, like I said, to be really harsh at the bottom, so you guys can see the building illuminating from the sun. I didn't bother to cover my eyebrows because I didn't feel the need to. It's not something that stands out in this whole thing, so I didn't do it. So you guys can see the whole scope of things. And now I'm just gonna go in creating clouds. I should have done this a little closer to where the sun is, and I feel like I would have liked this better, but that is just what I came up with. And now I'm going to highlight the buildings. I was gonna leave it as is, but I felt like because my skin is already dark, the black, you couldn't really, it wasn't standing out to me. So if you're much lighter than me, or if you're like a shade or two lighter than me, you wouldn't need to do this, because the black, I was gonna say watercolor, the black body paint would already be a harsh contrast to your skin tone, so you would not need to highlight. It would look very, very nice, and you wouldn't need to highlight. I mean, you could if you want to. You probably use a white body paint if you wanted to. I didn't want to use a white body paint because I felt like it would be too off, so I just used a couple of skin tones lighter than me, and this is what it's giving. So you guys can see how everything comes together. This is what I feel like, this is what brings the buildings to life on my chest. And at the bottom here, I know you guys can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm just wetting the body paint and making it much liquidy, and the drippings of the root of the buildings. That's basically what I'm doing. But the tutorial is basically done, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. Hopefully I make it to the top 30. If not, I'll still just see you guys in my next video, and I hope you guys enjoy. This little squiggly line is what I was creating when you guys couldn't see. So I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe.